So I'm going to get started here. Welcome everybody to the February 19th, 2025 meeting of the Historic District Commission. So just to start, I'm going to go through some of our opening remarks for the benefit of our guest here this evening, and then we'll launch into the public hearing and then go into the formal meeting. So sorry guys, you've heard this ad nauseum, but bear with me. So welcome everybody. My name is Regan, and I'm the chairman of the Historic District Commission, so welcome. Just so everybody knows, this meeting is being recorded. If you're not speaking, for those on Zoom, just please keep yourself muted so we don't have any background noise. Our meeting this evening will be broken up into two sections, the public hearing and the regular meeting. The public hearing is the opportunity for applicants to present their application to the commission and for commission members to ask any questions of the applicant. Once the public hearing closes, the regular meeting will then begin. And the regular meeting is where the commission discusses and votes on the applications. Applicants are welcome to stay and listen to the regular meeting, but they're not permitted to speak or provide any more information on their application at that point. It's not required that applicants stay during the regular meeting. You're welcome to go. Just, you can stay, you can go. It's totally up to you. Regardless, all applicants will receive written notification regarding the commission's decision during the next business day. And that's about it. Any questions? Okay. All right, perfect. So hearing none, I'll go back to my agenda here. I'm going to open the public hearing here at 5:32 p.m. And the only item we have on our agenda here is COA 567 170 Broadway. And we do have an applicant here to present. So I'll leave it over to you, Victoria, to take it away.
Thank you so much. My name is Victoria. We just moved into 170 Broadway here in Norwich on this block. And we're slowly trying to restore the property and, save it because it's been neglected for quite so many years.
Yeah.
One of the things we want to do is get the property off of oil heating and put in heat pumps for heating and air conditioning in the units, just for energy efficiency and so many other reasons, as you can imagine. And one of the things we need to put the condensing units on the side of the property, which are not on the front. They're on the left side of the building. And you can see in the plans, there's going to be 8 condensing units, 1 per unit, because there's 8 units. And they are tucked as far back on the property by the building as possible. And there's a 8-foot wide sidewalk, 8-foot wide side yard on which they would be sitting on. But that's the gist of it. We were asking for your approval to help us, continue and make this building what it used to be once.
Sounds great. Thank you. Appreciate it. Does anybody on the commission have questions for Victoria? Anyone on Zoom?
Sure, I have a couple questions, Victoria. So I'm looking at the plan and you've got 8 units on the back on the left-hand side. I mean, it looks like from the pictures that would definitely be visible from the street, correct?
It's visible from the street because the street turns the corner. We do plan to plant bushes along the front on the side yard and then enclose them in some sort of like a fence, something short that's, but that's something we would need your approval in the future. It's like something that just kind of, you don't have to look at them.
Yeah.
So we do plan on concealing them in any way possible because that's something I want to look at. But that's one of the things is that we do plan to do, correct?
Okay, good. Because usually when we've approved ones that are visible, we've asked people to put up some sort of screening of bushes or something just so we don't see them.
Trust me, bushes is something that I fight to get as many as possible. That's the last thing I like to look at.
That makes sense.
But if you have any suggestions for where you want them, obviously let us know so we can put them there. But I was thinking of along the side of the property and then just so it's like a complete screen.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you can't put them too close to the condensers because you don't want them growing into the condensers, but yeah.
We have 8 feet and I think they're going to take up thereabouts. They have a minimum distance from the house, which is I think like a foot or something. And then they're only like yay big. So we do have quite a bit of room, but there's also like on the property line, like a 2-foot retaining wall.
Mhm.
So there's a little bit of exactly, so there's a little bit of that issue with like how much the roots can spread, so we do have
Sure.
to be aware of that, but
Yeah,
the screening from, I think from the side and at that corner, I think it's definitely possible because we do have a little bit of room before we actually get to them.
okay,
Mhm.
that makes sense.
So these units, you said 8, yeah, so I'm not familiar with this property, so I guess this is 8 different apartments in the building?
There's 8 different apartments, and so each condensing unit would run its own its own apartment. And right now, the heat is only one controller for the whole building,
Wow,
which is, I do not recommend that.
yeah, that's not ideal.
So we're trying, that's the one way we can, give people
Mhm.
ability to control their own heat.
Yeah, it's huge.
So the piping for these condenser units to the inside what's the plan for that?
So they're gonna go right into the basement and through the interior, so nothing's gonna be on the outside.
Okay.
We're very conscious of, we were thinking of doing mini splits, but that would require going
Mhm.
on the outside, and so this is the main reason why we chose this particular
Mhm.
system, is so we could just go pipe through the inside and
Mhm.
create a shaft on the inside, and then just go all the way up to individual units and then dump from there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah, that's logical. Yeah. Awesome.
And do these units have to sit on a concrete pad or?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, so we're gonna, so there's a little concrete pad that we're gonna pour, and then that gives them the protection that they need.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, it's usually the case.
Yeah, that's pretty standard.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's
Awesome.
narrow. Is that retaining wall the property line?
Yes,
Wow, that's pretty narrow along there.
it's actually 8 feet,
Okay.
which I was surprised, because it doesn't look like that
Doesn't look
from it,
like
it
it,
does
no.
not,
I
and
know.
Does
then,
not look like much, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's a ton. I think on the side of my house, I have on one side, I think I have maybe 4 feet.
yeah, that's what I thought it was, so then we went to measure, and I was like, oh my goodness,
Yeah.
I'm so happy about that. Yeah, I got lucky on that.
That's awesome. All right, great. Any further questions from members of the commission? Nancy, Greg Farlow, you good? All right, I'm gonna take that as acquiescence, so awesome.
I had one other question, Reagan.
Oh,
Just
yeah, go ahead.
you had included pictures of several of the adjoining properties. Is there was there some reason that those were there or that were supposed
Yes,
to
that was
be?
one of the requirements in the application,
Yeah, we had asked for just photos of the area.
Okay.
just for reference,
Yeah.
that was part of the requirement.
Yeah, just so because sometimes we don't always know exactly where the houses are, so helpful to know the area when we're looking at applications.
So you were diligently following the application. That's awesome.
We appreciate that.
Mhm.
All right, Dane, do you have any questions?
I don't think so. It's everything that I would have asked has already been
Yeah,
answered, so.
well done, Greg. All right, perfect. Well, I don't have any questions either, so everything sounds great. Appreciate you coming. You're welcome to stick around, unless if there's anything else you want to add at this point.
No, that's it.
Okay.
have your last name? Yes, OBROTSA.
Thanks, I take the minutes.
All right, perfect. Well, then, hearing no other questions or comments, I'm gonna close the public hearing at this point at 5:39 PM. And Victoria, you're welcome to stick around and listen, or if you want to head home, you're more than welcome to as well.
All right, I'll head out then. Thank you so
Sounds-
much.
Nice to
Thank
meet you.
Bye.
Thank you
Thank you
for
so much.
coming. Appreciate you being here. Okay. So we are now into the regular meeting portion of the commission meeting. So first up on the regular meeting agenda is the action on the COAs. And at this point, we only have one COA on our agenda. So we have COA 567, 170 Broadway. And I would entertain a motion to approve the application as presented and submitted, including the stipulation that the units are screened with either bushes or fencing, and the fencing would be something that we'd want to approve as well. That was probably a very lengthy motion. I'm sorry, Catherine.
Well, I'll make that motion.
Yeah, that was lengthy. That was not as concise as it should have been. I apologize.
So motion to approve the COA is written, but also to approve including the fence that wasn't part of the COA.
Well, that defense would need to come back.
I think we easy, I think,
Yeah.
I'll move that we, to approve the COA as presented with the stipulation that there is some, screening around the units.
Sounds good.
I second it.
Thanks, guys. Uh, perfect. Any further discussion? Okay, hearing none, I'll do the roll call vote. I'll start with folks on Zoom. Greg Farlow? Aye. Was that? You waved,
Yep.
that was a wave, so I'm gonna take that as an aye. All right, Greg Johnson,
I,
Nancy? Are you with us, Nancy? I'll come back to Nancy. I'll go to you, Dane,
Yes.
and I vote aye. Nancy, you with us?
uh-oh,
I'll,
she's
I'll have-
on mute and no video, so hard to say.
let's just have Nancy abstain. So the motion passes. Thank you all very much. Appreciate it.
So just what, I had a quick question. I just, when I was looking at the application, I was a little confused because, the application was somebody else's name on it. Is,
Probably the contractor name, Greg. That's what I thought.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
okay, I was just kind of curious. I saw William Dinkinger and then that Victoria presenting, I was like, is this the right application? But okay.
Yeah, that's a good point. She was the one that I've been corresponding with, so
Well, it's definitely the right one. It might be the contractor doing the work.
yeah, that's true. That's a good point. Okay. Okay, next on the agenda, we have approval of minutes of the Wednesday, January 15th, 2025 regular meeting. I would entertain a motion to approve the minutes as written.
So moved.
Thank you, Dane. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Greg Johnson, thank you. Any discussion?
No.
Just always, thank you, Catherine. Nicely done. Appreciate you. All right, I will do the roll call vote again. I'll start with folks on Zoom. Greg Farlow, I'll start with you. To approve the minutes. I think you're still muted, my friend.
You can give us a thumbs up too, Greg, if you can. All right.
Perfect. All right. Well, you, perfect. Thank you. All right, Greg Johnson.
Yes,
Nancy, are you back? I'm gonna skip Nancy again. Dane?
Yes.
I vote aye, and I think Nancy will just have abstain again. So, thank you. The minutes pass. The only thing that I have to report under Chairman's report is that, I've been in touch with Sheila Hayes, who's on the nominating committee for the city of Norwich to, essentially nominate individuals to commissions. And she was hoping to have a meeting in February. I'm skeptical if it may happen this month because February is half over. So if not February, she's hoping to schedule a meeting in March to hear the, to reschedule the interviews for the 4 individuals that wanted to join the commission. We at this moment have 3 vacant available spaces for folks to join the commission. So once Sheila gives me the heads up when she has scheduled this meeting with members of the nominating committee, I will inform those 4 individuals who'd like to join the commission of the date and time of the meeting, and hopefully we can get these folks voted on ASAP. So I'll certainly keep everyone updated, but at this point, I'm anticipating this committee won't probably meet until March to hear these interviews and vet these applicants. And that's all I got. It's been a quiet month. Is there anything else anyone else would like to discuss before we discuss our next meeting? Because I've got nothing under old business and nothing under new business.
sounds like, motion to adjourn is in order.
Yeah, so our next meeting date is Wednesday, March 19th at 5:30. And I'll be here in person, and And yeah, that's all I got, guys. So a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second,
All right, how about all those in favor? Aye.
I,
aye.
All right, and Nancy's gonna, we'll just say she votes aye.
Nancy's gonna hang out in the meeting after we hang up because
She'll wonder what happened.
like, where'd everybody go?
All right, thanks, guys. Appreciate you.
All right.